Hey y'all, welcome to Cop Work. I want to talk today about why you shouldn't run from the police. And this traffic stop doesn't have anything to do with this dog. She was gone by the time I made this traffic stop. But I was working at a university and I pulled a car over one day because it had bad registration and inspection stickers on it. Now back in the day, in Texas you used to have inspection stickers and registration stickers. Now they've taken away the inspection stickers, and in most counties in Texas, they've taken away the registration stickers. Large counties still have to have them, but a lot of other counties don't. Anyways, this car had bad stickers on it, and so I went to pull him over, and when I did, off he takes. Shoo! And I'm like, seriously? You're running over bad stickers? So I chased him a little bit, and not that bad, nothing really high speed because I'm in residential section. I can see him. And so eventually I get him stopped, and another officer from another agency came and helped. So we get him out, and I'm like, why did you run? He said, I'm almost out of gas. I thought, what does being out of gas have anything to do from running? That makes no sense. What you said makes no sense. I was like, oh, okay. Let me see your driver's license and your insurance. Well, I don't have one. Okay. So I go put him in the car, and I'm going to take him to jail for running from me. Well, when we get through, going to inventory the vehicle due to the arrest because I'm impounding the vehicle. Well, in a backpack, he has a quarter of a pound of weed and $600 in cash. And I thought, okay, now I know why you ran. Because you had a quarter pound of weed, which is really not that much. But it looks like a lot, but really wasn't. And $600 cash. Well, he was an employee at the university I worked at. He worked on grounds crew. I didn't even know that. So I take him to jail, and we obviously take the weed. We take his money. We impound his car. He gets fired. Well, and his mother comes up to get the car, wants his clothes or something out of the car. And she's mad. And she said, I told him that woman up there talking about me is not playing. Well, I wasn't playing. And I never would have known he had the weed and the cash in the car if he had just stopped. I'd have written him a ticket for not having a driver's license and let him go on his way. That's why you shouldn't run from the police. He wound up in jail. I took his dope, I took his money, I took his car, and he lost his job. So that'd be a real good reason not to run from the police. Actually be a really good reason not to drive around with dope in your car and money that you can't explain. Just that's not bright. And again, you never know what you're going to find on a traffic stop. Absolutely, you just never know. I mean, it's amazing what you can find on a traffic stop without really even trying. Oh, one day I was still working at the same university, and I was going to go get myself something to drink, and I'm sitting at pull up to an intersection, and the light turns from yellow to red. Well, I see his car, and he goes blowing right through the intersection. Shoo! Well, people do this. They turn and look at me, and I'm like, I saw him. I'm going. I saw him. So I get after him. Well, I'm getting pulled over, and of course, it's him and another guy in the car, and the guy in the driver's, he said, see your driver's license, insurance? Well, I don't have it. I said, okay, why not? Well, I just got out of prison. I said, okay, where? Alabama. I said, how long have you been out? 2 weeks. Okay. So tell me your name. So he does, name, date of birth, blah, blah. Well, he kicks a warrant out of Alabama And I'm like, really? Okay. So he owed them like, I think $20,000 or $30,000, something like that. He owed them a lot of money, and they wanted it, and they wanted him. So I go back up, and another officer has come up to back me up by this time, and the passenger is crying. And I'm like, why are you crying? I'm not supposed to be with somebody who's a felon. I said, are you a felon? He said, yeah, I'm a felon, and I'm not supposed to be with this guy. I said, what are you doing with him? Well, I don't know. You know how it goes. I said, are you wanted too? He said, probably. I said, tell me your name. So he tells me his name. Of course, he kicks out a warrant. So we're taking everybody to the jailhouse. So we take them all, take both of them. And the guy that had been the driver, when you take somebody to jail, you have to ask them, had they ever either considered suicide or were suicidal then or anything. And he said, no, I'm not now. He said, several years ago before I went to prison, he said, I was. I said, what happened? He said, well, I had a shotgun, and I was going to end my life with a shotgun. And he said, my brother got to my house, and as I was about to pull the trigger, he said, my brother burst in the door and grabbed the gun. And he said he stepped outside and pulled the trigger, and of course it went off. And I was like, dude. He said, I know. I said, and you're out here messing around? He said, I know. I shouldn't be. I said, no, now you're going back to prison in Alabama. And he said, yeah, I am. And the other guy, he said, I'm going to jail too. I said, yeah. What were y'all out here doing? He said, well, we weren't supposed to be doing that. I said, and you're going because you ran a red light. He didn't run from me on a traffic stop. But this is why, don't mess up on a traffic stop. If you got warrants, I wouldn't be messing up on a traffic stop, because you never know. Again, you never know what's going to happen on a traffic stop. And I pulled a guy over once. He didn't run from me. Well, actually, he did kind of run a little bit, but I got him. Anyway, he had a bad sticker on his car, and so I get him, pull him over. He kicks a warrant out of state, manufacturing, delivering cocaine, and I was like, dude, what's this for? He said, oh, I sold to an undercover cop that I thought was my friend. I was like, oh, okay. That didn't go too good, did it? He said, no. He said, I'm sick, and I was trying to sneak down the road to go get me something to help me get over this crud that I've got. I was like, well, you got a bad sticker on your car, and then you lied to me about your name, and it took me a minute, and now I'm going to charge you with fugitive from justice. He said, I know. So, running from the police, bad idea. Lying about your name, bad idea. We're going to find it out. It might take a little bit. It might. But we're going to find it out. And now they've had it for a long time, the APHIS system, if you go to jail and they fingerprint you and you've lied about your name, it'll kick out who you really are, and then you get charged with fugitive from justice in Texas. I don't know about other states. But anyway, like I've said before, if you can, please donate to the hurricane relief effort. Those people are in dire straits, and they need everything. They do. So if you can help them, please do. And again, to quote what was one of my favorite shows, Hill Street Blues, to paraphrase, y'all be careful out there.